Hi and welcome to today's episode.
Today's episode is all about the last few weeks. November 2021. Pinkies and snapper action at Portarlington Old Chanel.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman. Alright, today in the studio we got JJ with us, and you guys obviously seen JJ in many of my videos. We do fish together quite a bit, and last shot we had, it was Portarlington Old Chanel just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, a lot of people know the Portarlington Channel as the steam pack channel. It's a very good channel to fish out of, and it's a very unpredictable channel. You can go there, you can catch yourself good sized snapper. Other times you can go there and you're just going to get invaded by undersized pinkies. This particular film that we done, we found pinkies on average 28 centimetres to 38 centimetres, and it was just non-stop action. We just could not keep up.
It is actually very unpredictable, because last time we actually managed to get the rockling out of it.
Yeah, we caught a rockling and it went just on about 2.5, 3 kilos. So like I said, it's unpredictable. You catch rockling out of there, you can catch gummy sharks out of there. Certain times of the year you're going to get yourself all the silver whiting. So if you're after silver whiting for bait, that's where we catch it. You can get yourself mackerel, you get yourself garfish. It's unpredictable. Whenever we go there, we're always expecting something new.
You have to actually kind of assess it somehow, like work around it and see, because mackerel will turn up and they'll be just only a couple meters under the boat. But most of the fish we target, obviously we target on the bottom. Pinkies, they've lots of fun on light gear.
Then you're getting days there where later on, late December, January, February, you're going to get the big salmon going through there. And 1 minute you're just going to get them bubbling up right in front of your boat. So, like I said, it's unpredictable. We never know what we're actually going to catch. Every time we go there, we're surprised by a new species.
Awesome. It's a beautiful place to fish anyway. It's one of my favorites. So, let's watch this video and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Enjoy.
This adventure is from 5th of November 2021. Me and JJ left Ferriby and headed straight to Portarlington Old Chanel for a quick afternoon session. As we got there, we started to set up. Pilchard and silver whiting is the main bait we use around this area. In the meantime, we put the burley bucket with the camera down, and as we did that, we already got some fish. They were small and had to go back. Normally we would keep a few pinkies for dinner, but they would have to be over 32 centimeters. The law in Victoria for snapper is 10 fish per person. They have to be over 28 centimeters, of which no more than 3 fish can be over 40 centimeters. The weather was exceptional and there were few boats in the area. We were catching fish left, right and center, but not many keepers at all. Amazing fact is that when I got home and I checked the underwater camera, there was no activity under the boat at all, but we were catching heaps of fish. As the sun started slowly to set, bigger fish showed up. Half a pilchard on a small 2-0 circle snell hook did most of the damage. Pinkies are fun on a light setup, but sometimes we end up getting them even on a big roads. The hooks were like 6-0. Just before sunset, Jai got the biggest fish of the day. It was only 38 centimeters. All in all, we end up with a few nice pinkies, but no snapper for us.
As you saw in the previous video, some days, no matter how hard you try, you will not catch a big fish. Snapper is actually not all that predictable. One day you get them very easy, and then the very next morning, nothing.
The good part about this area is that you always can get something, like from big flathead to a gummy shark. You just never know what to expect. One year we actually got massive leather jackets here, and that went on for 5 days straight, and then nothing.
We also got a really nice rocklink, which is the best table fish you can get in Port Phillip Bay. You just don't know what to expect, and that's what makes this area a great fishing spot.
Yeah, the next video is from 7th of November, which is only 2 days after the adventure with Jai. And me, Misha and Jerry in this video actually went to the same spot. We fished the same area, the same tricks, everything, and we end up with a few nice fish.
Enjoy the next video.
Enjoy. This adventure started in the late afternoon. It was overcast day and we went straight to Portarlington Old Chanel. As we got there, I started setting up cameras so we can capture today's actions. Again, pilchard, silver whiting and squid, it was what we had to offer. Before you know, Misha was on the fish. By the head shakes, we knew pinkies are around. One thing about this place, we do go through a lot of bait. Now, I don't know what happened here, but we all had the ready to withdraw pose. Well, Jerry was the first one to act, and it looked like it's the first keeper. And yes, it was definitely a keeper and a nice sized table fish. Underwater, not much happening at all. In meantime, Misha was on another pinky, which gave him a bit of a fight on that little rod. I knew the drag was set up properly, so I was confident that we're gonna land the fish, unless, of course, he spits the hook. It did take a while on the little rod, but there is another happy fisherman. Not a bad fish at all. Great feeling landing it on a light rod. Few pictures and we had to go back to work. Underneath the boat, still nothing happening at all. Saying that, we had non-stop action. Small pinkies didn't let the bite rest in the water even for a minute. In between all the throwbacks, we had few more keepers. And then this. A nice run on a whole silver whiting. Jerry was on a serious fish. We had to move some rods around so Jerry can actually get a clear path and fight this fish. The way it was fighting, we knew it's a snapper. So I grabbed the net and had my phone and we went live on Facebook. Ten minutes later we had this fish in the net, so we landed a nice snapper. Jerry's dance and smile, it was priceless. He didn't get to fish for quite a while, so this was a nice reward for him. In the background you can see we are at Portarlington, just below the marker 3 of Geelong Channel. In the meantime, still nothing under the boat. All those pinkies we got must have been camera shy. Then false alarm. I had a screamer. This fish was shaking, changing sides and going crazy. Believe it or not, it was only a banjo shark. they normally don't put that much of a fight rule. We landed, we unhooked it, and we threw it back. Then we continue fishing. Underwater, still nothing. It started to get a bit cold, but we had hopes that there will be more big fish. Unfortunately, not today. Pinkies were smashing our bite, and I don't believe that big fish would even have a chance in this situation. Pinkies were coming left, right and center. One thing worth to say, pinkies did not have preference. It was pilchard, silver whiting, squid or chicken. They didn't mind anything today. We had half a dozen nice fish, so even they were keepers, we still throw them back. Hopefully next year we'll get them again and there'll be bigger fish. We fished until dark, but that was it. As you've seen, only 2 days apart and we had different result. Somehow there are tons of pinkies in this area, so we do go through a lot of bite, like few bags of pilchard, few bags of silver whiting, and beside that we do use squid, we use fresh bite like yakka, mackerel, garfish, salmon, you name it. That's if we catch it on the day.
Another option would be to use chicken. Snapper will take chicken fillet anytime. Sunrise and sunset are the best times to fish here though, but sometimes even around the tide change can be very productive.
Yeah, in the very next video you will see what happens the very next day, which is 8th of November 2021, and this adventure is with Michael and Will.
Enjoy the next video.
On the 8th of November we went to the same spot as previous days. It was me, Will and Michael this time. After we set all the big rods, I set up a small paternoster rig for Michael so he can have some fun with pinkies. The rest of the rods we did the same trick as always, some squid, some silver whiting and some pilchard. We actually managed quite a few undersized pinkies, but there were not as many as previous days. even the pinkies were legal size, we still returned them back. We were hoping for a bigger fish. This was Michael's first time on my boat, and he was having fun with pinkies. For many years, Michael was photo shooting Australian Open, and this was a time when he can sit back and relax. We did lose quite a bit of bite to smaller fish, but we had heaps. And then Will was on a little bit bigger fish. We landed a nice pinky, and that was a keeper. At this size, they are beautiful table fish. On the other side, Michael was on another big fish, but this time was just a banjo. And then finally we had a screamer. The rod that was loaded with silver whiting just took off. Now Will was fighting a little bit more serious fish this time. This looked like a nice fish, and it's gonna be a season opener for Will. We moved some rods out of the way and made some room so we can actually land this fish. It is very important to take it easy and not to panic, especially not to lock the drag on the reel. You always need to make sure that when you lift the rod and then you wind back, you must make sure that you're always in contact with the fish. Don't leave a slack line. Well, we landed this fish, and there is another happy fisherman. This fish was close to 3 kilo. And I can tell in this channel we got them even up to 8 kilos sometime. We did stay a little bit longer to try to get some more big fish, but all we got is small undersized pinkies. So this concluded another great adventure with the friends. Before we go, I would like to officially say thank you to all the people that watch our show, that follow us on Facebook, and that subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, big thank you to people that send us supportive messages, pictures of their catch, and the videos showing their family watching the show or singing our song.
We also would like to apologize to people that ask for merchandise, as we don't have any. Saying that, we hope that we will have this sublime t-shirt that he is wearing for everyone just before Christmas break.
It's not a promise, as the courier services at the moment, it's in a banana land, but we will do our best.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Cheers.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.